I've sat back and all the dust has settled, I think that it probably was a chess move that Jason made by getting Armand to expose him publicly. And the only reason why I say that is because Hollywood is a very secret society. We know, though a lot of things are coming out about Hollywood, the big mystery of Hollywood is that it's a secret society, right? It's exclusive, it's limited. You have to be the who's who's and the what to get into these doors. And the one thing they seem to hate the most is when people are exposed. They hate being exposed. That's like it's death to them for them to be exposed. So I think from a chess move point of view, because Jason already has the connections. Jason is already well affiliated. Though I can't though I think that it was so juicy for us to see him get his just dessert, I think it was also a chess move for him because he knows that these Hollywood big leagues are not going to want to deal with someone who they feel as though when they get angry with them, they're going to expose them. And them seeing him get exposed on such a big caliber, though it did amazing numbers for Armand, it could have potentially set him back because if you want to be around the celebrities, like Beyonce said in her song, you're gonna have to sign non-disclosure. Like they're very big on privacy. They're very big on if I tell you something, that it should stay with you, and no, it should never make it to the public. So I don't know. I hope it doesn't because I think Armand is extremely talented, and I know that he does. I can tell from Armand, he's not just satisfied with just being a YouTuber and celebrity gossip. I feel like Armand wants to be the celebrity. I feel like that's his passion, is to become a celebrity and be not the person reporting people on red carpets. He wants to be on the red carpets. He wants to be the one getting interviewed. So it did amazing for him to, expose Jason because we all, secretly hate Jason's guts. But I think on the back end, it kind of could have backfired a little bit and set him back a little bit more because you're in Hollywood now. You're in LA. Like it's all about connections there. You can have no talent in LA, but if you are connected, you can be successful.
I think that, and I agree. I think I agree with you too. But also, in when Armand, his goals have to be whether you want to be in industry, you got to be fake. I hate to say it, but you can't keep it 100. You can keep it at a 60, you keep it at a 50, but being in this industry, you can't really keep it at a 100. You can't because
No,
everybody
you
can't.
can't. You
Everybody can't.
can't.
Everybody can't take your 100. So if he want to make it in the industry, he's going to have to be fake. I hate to say it, you got to kiss a lot of butt,
Yeah,
and all that. And I don't
yeah.
know where
It's
Cardi B going to say because
unfortunate, but it's true.
after this situation, I said the ball is in Armon Wiggins' court because Jason immediately he had the Madonna on the phone, he had Cardi B on the phone. And the reason why we can agree to this because Cardi said thank you, Jason. And so Jason is very
And
connected in Hollywood. And I think what
he's
messed up with
very
Armand, he's
connected.
very
He's
connected
very
with
connected.
executives, etc. Because he got the Hollywood Unlocked brand, he got the Floyd Mayweather, he got that whole injury. And
I was shocked when he was able to get Madonna. Like that's major.
that's really, really major.
He
And
was
he really
able to. That's
showcase it. So
major
I
that he was
so
able to
I
get her
think
on the phone.
I think with Armand, I don't think that he even should subliminate. I think he just should be focused on his show and his brand. And the one thing about Jason Lee, he have a strong Hollywood Unlocked is very connected. Armand Wiggins need to get into that building, and he need to start putting his money towards that because he make good money on YouTube, and his check gonna be real sickening. He got a sickening check.
Yeah.
Not too long. He's gonna have to start putting boots on the ground, getting interns, and really putting his money outside his outfits and put aside his brand because what you could say about Jason, he got that Hollywood Unlocked engine, and it's supported by a lot of
Yeah.
Hollywood elites, and he is connected.
A
Let's
lot of elite.
he is
Yeah.
connected, and
Yeah.
Armand Wiggins is
There's
there,
no doubt.
and I think that what pissed it off when I saw the video when he said, "Oh." Tiffany Haddish ain't got no man. I'm like, no, talk about Tiffany, because Tiffany is innocent. Tiffany didn't have, but I think that spirit of dragging, it just came out. Now Armon could have just been silent on it. He could have, but he came out, and I'm like, I'm glad he said it. But then again, once the death settled, the way how Jason Lee played this, I only strategically talk about people.
It does
he stopped playing to make Armon look crazy.
Like he could,
you know.
Yeah. He does.
Yeah, he did.
Because you got to think about it in the bigger picture.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because I like Armon, and I really am now growing to see him as like this talent. Like he has talent, not just in celebrity gossip, but he has something about him, and it's
the
something
music,
about him that makes him stand out.
Absolutely, he has
that je ne sais quoi.
He have that. He does have the it factor, but I think this is going to teach Armon and say everything is not worth a response.
But Hollywood doesn't care about talent. Unfortunately, Hollywood doesn't care about talent.
Absolutely,
they don't.
Because it's a lot of people that's popping. It's a lot of people that's popping with no talent.
Exactly.
Well, that's true.
Exactly. And it's unfortunate, but it's really about who you know. It's about who you know and about what you acquire. Even how Armon is dressing, he has to put on airs because that's what Hollywood is about. It's all about having the look and being things that you are before you are.
Absolutely. And I get the look part, but he also gotta put money, because I remember he said, and talking about the line, I want to have a meeting with Jason Lee about lights. And I'm like, that's a simple, baby. It's plenty people in Hollywood that know stuff about lights and interns and producers. You know what I'm saying? That's an easy.
Well, Jason Lee at the time was supposed to have been his mentor, so he was. It's a very fickle place where you put trust in someone and they make you believe that they have your back, and then they turn around and not follow through. But that's the part that he probably had to see, that how fake the industry is.
Yeah.
Because though Jason Lee seemed like he was rooting for him, ultimately he never was going to put him on to the magnitude of game, because he sees that he will outshine him. It's
absolutely
it's undeniable.
I don't know if he didn't see it, or he didn't want to see it, or he had to learn, or he had to be one of them people. Because I saw it and I knew that was fake. I knew it wasn't gonna last. I'm like, you didn't see this and stuff like that, and like, because with Armon, and
he saw that power. He saw. You know what Armon saw? He saw the power. He saw the access. He was invited to parties that he never. Armon got to taste a little bit of what the Hollywood life is like, to be on red carpet, the whole tie event. So that is if you listen to Hollywood people, they will tell you that is the obsession, to always be in the spotlight.
Yeah, that's the
obsession.
Yeah.
Once you get a taste of that Hollywood life, it's addictive. It's addictive, and he wants that. He wants it so bad he can taste it, and he's willing to do anything to get it. But unfortunately, it's very much a chess playing game. It's all about who you know. It's the moves you make, and everything has to be at the right time, the right place, and boom. But it's not by chance. It's very much strategic.
I want to ask you, since I have you on here, do you think Armon will get that interview with a Cardi or Nicki? Because that potentially can take him to the next level. Do you think he's going? Because Jason had Kanye West on his show. He had all type of celebrities on the show that we could run down a whole list. Do you think Armon will get that celebrity interview?
So.
Because he already got the infrastructure.
You know what? I hope so. I hope so. And I feel like, as Cardi, as much as this man has stuck his head out for her, she should give that to him. But the unfortunate part is that we know why Cardi even is dealing with Armon, and you even know why Nicki even deals with a lot of these people that she deal with. It's all a move that they make so that they won't be, talked about negatively in the media.
That's true.
And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, because the artists know that these people just need that clout to have them attached to their name, and they're never going to give them what they know that this person need to take them to the next level. Of course, an interview by Cardi B would it would take Armon to the next level because Cardi B has clout. And once people see that Cardi messes with Armon, then everyone who messes, a lot more people are going to want to mess. That's how fake Hollywood is. It's really just that fake. It's all who's and who's. Oh, Armon interviewed Cardi, so guess what? Now Nicki's going to want to be interviewed by Armon. Or other female rappers are going to want to be interviewed by Armon. But it's all about that first person opening that door and allowing people to see you as a force.
Absolutely. And you're not lying, because I see once that one person come on there, that could be like, say for instance, Nicki were to call into the Wiley Show and instantly go viral, and it's just go, I will have it won't be hard for me to get these celebrity interviews because we do reach out. No. I know me personally, I've personally reached out to these people, but just know they do ask, well, what do you think about? Oh no, it's a who's who in the industry. And so
it's very polished, it's strategic. And also just think about it. Cardi, when Armon first came out with his song, she didn't shout the song out, she didn't promote the song, she made it, he was upset about that. Nicki shares him on one of her posts, and then now all of a sudden Cardi is shouting the song out. You see how it's a ripple effect? Yes, I saw it. Yes, it's a ricochet effect. Like, that's power. That's like, okay, now I want to deal with you because here it is. Nicki is shouting you out, and now you're making it public that Nicki is supporting you. Now, how do I look as knowing that you ride for me and not to support you? So she knew she had to then follow through with something to show her allegiance to Armon. Right. And it's unfortunate. It's look, I'm telling you.
I would ask you this. I want to ask you this. Can you still be successful without Hollywood? Because I'm not into like going to Hollywood parties. Like, that's not me. I don't even club in my real life. So I may go to a bar, but that's not, I'm a homebody. So I'm like, can you still be popping without that? I want to get your thoughts on that.
Okay, everything has levels.
Okay,
as we know, there's levels to everything in life. So your level may be to be able to make good money talking about these people and live a comfortable life in the privacy of your own home and not really having to rub elbows with the who's of Hollywood. And that may be good enough for you. So that's the level that you achieve, and you achieve that, and you make great money, and you're able to live, develop wealth. That's fine for you. That's the level you reach. You reach your pinnacle. Armon, I believe his pinnacle is to become a celebrity.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You're not lying about that, because the way how you dress, because like me, I don't care nothing about these like that. I never ever, and like now I have to worry about my look because the show is growing. But that like Balenciaga, but
that's not you, Wiley, and it's okay.
That's not me.
Are the same way. It's okay.
For me, I would want. Like you speaking about levels, and one of I would love to be a person to fund a movie. You know what I'm saying? Be in the background, fund a movie. Fund a project, be a fun, and those people
doing that.
Those people exist. I don't have to be in the forefront. I just want, like if I had the money, me personally, I even had dreams about this, funding Lil' Kim, making her pop. Like I want to do that.
That's why they have producers, producers.
Yeah, I'm not into the whole thing.
These people play the background and they get wealthy. Some of them are more wealthier than
the people.
Stars.
Right. So because that doesn't get me. Oh, Cardi B party, Usher, that does that. That don't make me move. That don't get me up. This is not me. Yeah. But I think with Armon, that's him. He likes. Yes. He likes, and that's the most hurtful part, because I think Jason Lee saw that and used
he saw that,
and dangled that, and just
it in front of him, because I'm telling you, it's infectious. Like if you ever walked on Hollywood Boulevard, or if you ever been on a red carpet before and have all these lights on you, I'm telling you, it's like something happens, you transform, and you transfix into something else, and you're like, oh my God. I never felt like this before. It's a high.
Because with when I and it's very addictive. And I heard a lot of celebrities, they talk about that addiction. And I look at Jason. Jason, when I read his book and really studied Jason, he kind of finessed his way into the industry, and he just and some people that know how to finesse their way into industry. I don't know how he finessed his way into the industry, but he did it. Even when, I don't know if this is true, but Jason, you wrote in your book, he was talking about Queen Latifah, and he said he would used to call the studio with Queen Latifah when she would do Living Single. I don't know if it's true or not. And he said he would just call and pretend like he was a cousin and say, "Oh yeah, one of her family members, I'm her cousin, I'm sick or in the hospital or something like that," just to get Queen Latifah on the phone. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what the man wrote about. Let's just say it is true. That means you catfish and finesse your way into industry. That's a way to get in to do that into industry. And as I said, did many people read that?
He made
you
it.
fake it. You can fake it till you make it, and stuff like that. Now, do I believe that Jason Lee got millions on top of millions on top of millions? I don't know, but the way how he talk about it, I'm like, should I believe this or not? But you see, he have employees,
so it's the Hollywood talk.
Okay.
I'm telling you, okay. I don't know. I don't want to say too much without saying too much, but there's a language that Hollywood people talk, and it's all about being obvious, being over the top. It's about having this. It's about being the best of the best.
Okay.
To stand out. So you have to believe it, you have to speak it, and you have to own it, even if it's not there. So when you're talking to people, everyone is trying to one up each other there. It's very pretentious, very pretentious. And with people like Jason Lee, he knows that he doesn't have talent. He's not the most attractive person, but what does he have? He has resources, he has connections, he has clout. And that is what he uses to advertise himself. Whereas though someone like Armon, his personality is big and he doesn't have to say, I got this, that, and the third. People are just going to be interested in him just by his talent. Jason doesn't have that to rely on, so he has to rely on the things he does have, which is power, access, into the celebrity world, names and numbers. These people may not even really care for him, but the thing is, he has talked to them, and he can use that as leverage, as me being better than you. I'm better than you because I have this.
And so we speaking about Armon, I hear you, and you definitely teaching me. Do you think he can come up from this? Is he done?
No, I don't think he's done, but I think Armon needs to realize that YouTube may be not where he want to be, but it could be a diamond in the rough.
Okay.
I feel like the space that he has obviously garnered a lot of success just from his home on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And if he keeps going, he's going to eventually make a new wave and he's going to create a new wave in the industry, whereas though he's not going to have to look for them, they're going to come looking for him.
That's what I'm saying. It only take that one person that was like, okay, I'm going to get this man. It only take a one yes for a person to take him to the next level. Because I remember speaking about Armon, he said that his show had to be more developed, because I think he had talked to one of Jason Lee producers. They said, you got it, but you got to have more. It got to be more polished, more Hollywood.
Yes, it got to be more polished because he's controversial. And though we love, like I said, we love the exposures. We love how he exposed Jason Lee. Oh my God, I loved it. I'm not going to sit here. I'm quite sure a lot of people was like, yes, get him, rooting him on. But I think the issue came is with how do you market that? How do you market that? And that's the part right there. You can't really market someone who is out here exposing, celebrities, because that's not the field that can take you to. You want to be to the point where these people trust you, so they will want to sit down and interview with you. They won't interview with someone that they don't trust.
Okay. All right. So they say this started to get a YouTube channel. I'm glad you gave me this perspective, because you are schooling us about Hollywood. And you, like you said, you can see that Armon wants to be a celebrity, because when that picture when Kanye West, that was one of his main focal points of why he was pissed at Jason, because Jason rewrite the article and took his picture and have them take Kanye West and Armon Wiggins picture out of it, and he was so happy about that moment. And then sometimes you can't even be that happy to folks, because folks be like, okay, I'm gonna use that against them, I'm gonna snatch that. Whew.
Yes, he saw that yearning and that desire that Armand had to not just be a celebrity reporter. He saw that Armand wanted to be the celebrity himself. When that
Mm.
article posted, it really showed that Armand was happy not only that he was being photographed with Jason with Kanye, but it was also showing that Armand was just as popularized as Kanye, and he made sure he said
Mm.
Kanye X Armand as if they were collaborating. Like, I'm not sure, I'm not your fan, I'm your equal.
Wow, that's a good point. That's a good eye. Well, man,
Yeah,
and Jason Lee probably was like, let me show this man who's boss. And I think that really just had our mind just woo. And I personally think that's why you have to surround yourself with good counsel and be like, bro, that don't deserve a response. Sometimes you need those people in your
yeah. And he would
ear.
have used Armand to part. And crazy sad part is that Jason would have used Armand anyway to bring the
Absolutely.
people in,
Yeah,
like he was doing with gagging. He was going to
absolutely.
use him as the face, but he was going to be in the back end pocketing all the money. He knows Armand has talent. He just was trying to find a way how he can finesse Armand to get money out off of Armand's
That's true.
talent.
That's true.
That's what that was about.
That's true. Because I know when he first
Yeah.
brought in
It,
gagging, he really rushed to over Armand, started super chatting, finesse his way to Armand, got Armand to come on the show. And he got Armand audience into gag because when Jason first came out, nobody was checking for him in this YouTube space to do gagging. He did the podcast, but it wasn't getting no mega views. And then when he started getting Armand attached to it, he was getting more views than than the
a lot more
celebrities.
views than the celebrities. And when someone sees that and they're as seasoned as Jason has been in the industry, they already know the moves to make. Like, let me sit in the background now. I'm going to market you to make me money,
Yeah,
and I'm going to make it seem like I'm doing it all for your benefit. Like he told him, I'm looking out for you. No, you, Jason, you were looking out for yourself. But it's good to, when you're backed in a corner and your defenses are up, you will always say, "Well, I was looking out for you," but you knew you were never looking out for him. You were looking out for a way that you could profit off of him,
absolutely.
just like anyone else in Hollywood.
Because he kept saying,
Yeah.
"I'm here for black media, black folks, and black." And in reality, Jason, you're not really for. If a person's trying to surpass you, you're not
No,
going to have that
no,
support for them. Absolutely not.
he's not. He's not. We knew that. That's a given.
That is definitely a given, and I'm glad that we having this conversation because now we're going to be watching Armon Wiggins steps, and I think that with Armon,
Yes.
like going on station here being messy, he's going to have to change. Unfortunately, he's going. If
He
you
has to
want to make
change
it,
his whole format.
he's going to have to change the format.
He does.
If you want to make it in
Though we love the
Hollywood,
mess,
I love it.
you don't want to just be known for the mess.
Right?
You don't.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it's
unfortunately,
good
no.
for views, but
Absolutely.
when it gets time for him, if he ever want to be where he wants to be and where I believe he's going to be one day,
Mhm.
he has to change his format. He's going to have to sacrifice a few of his following to gain millions.
Absolutely.
He's
That's a
going
good
to have to
point.
get, because
Uh,
yeah, he's going to
yeah.
have to sacrifice a few followers to gain millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
believe that.
thank you. Thank you, caller. Where you
You're
calling
welcome.
from?
You're welcome.
From a secret
Well, right
location.
now I am yes, from a secret
Location.
location. No, no, no. No, I'm actually calling from New York right now, but I used to live in LA. I had business out there. So there's a lot of things that I was exposed to being in LA and just like I said, it's very pretentious and it's all about elitists. And people tend to get washed into speaking about things that they don't even have. I mean, so many people are struggling, but you would never know it because they have to pretend that they're not.
Because
So you get caught up in this fake world. It's very fake.
yeah, cause
It's
like the
very
Tajik
fake.
Hall situation, this is my house, and then the people have to sue him for the rent, and I'm like, and people was like, Wally, that's not uncommon in Hollywood. I'm like, really?
It's
People,
really not.
people do
I'm
that?
telling you, they be struggling. I mean, we're talking about one bedroom apartments that's running like $5,000 a month,
Wow.
10,000 even. How can you really live the way you want to live and do the things you want to do if you're not bringing the money in? So the average person is not living really up to what they're talking about. They're really faking it till they make it. I'm telling you, the
Wow.
average person
Woo!
is faking it till they make it. But hey, it's Hollywood. What do you say? That's showbiz.
Yeah, for me, I look at how my life. I love being on the outside, talking about those on the inside. Some people want to be on the inside, stuff like that. I'm not. I remember we did a reality show, and I was with investors and stuff, and I'm like, wow. But I can tell when them cameras on, it was like an addiction. Like it was a whole nother Wiley. But when the camera's off, I'm in my room just as quiet. You would have not known
You
that
ready
I
to
did
lay back,
that
be
I that
yourself.
right that I did
Exactly.
all that stuff. But when them
Uh huh.
cameras on and the confessions, it was like whoa. And I get what people are saying. Like it's like it was an out of body experience. Like, but when them cameras on, but
Yes,
when it's
it is.
off, I was just as calm. Just as you went like they showed a clip of it, and then they didn't even show the part where we did in Florida. You wouldn't even know, is this the same Wiley? Because like the cameras was on and the producer's telling me stuff. But then when it's off, I'm just as quiet. You would have not like a
Lay back, Wiley.
yeah,
We probably wouldn't even recognize you in the street.
right. Just as
So
quiet you are.
different, night and
But
day.
when the camera and when the lights and camera, it was like a high. I was doing all type of stuff. And
Yes.
so you're definitely right
Yeah,
about
it's a high, and once you
yeah.
get it or have a little bit of taste of it, to be at go to exclusive parties that only certain people can be
Wow.
at, and be able to be on a red carpets and be at shows that people wish and dream to go to. I'm telling you, once you get just a little taste of that, it can make a person. It's like a drug. It's
Wow.
really like a drug, and is addictive, and you need it every day. You want it more. You crave it. You yearn for it, and people die trying to achieve it.
Wow. Yeah, you're not lying because I hear so many of these stories, and it's glad to hear your part because you was in LA hearing that
Yes.
experience. And you probably can write a book about what's really
Whew.
what's really going
But
on.
I won't be.
And,
I will not be doing that.
and-
Like I said, them secrets, they like them. Them secrets are secrets for a reason, and that's the only reason why I say that it was a chess move on Jason's
it
behalf,
was, yeah.
because he knows that it, certain things being exposed is just not a go there. It's good for, like, we the viewers, we love it as for entertainment value. Oh, it's amazing, but in the secret world of Hollywood elites, their privacy is their biggest possession,
Wow.
and they need to know that they can have that with you, with anyone.
Because like when Jason said I had anxiety and I went off on somebody and I lost a brand and the brand called me and they said, "See, we'll do business with you, but the way how you drag that person, we're not gonna do business." And he said, "This other person ain't got that yet." And he was like target Armon. Some of that have truth in it, and him just speaking out because brands do see that. It's people that get paid to watch YouTubers so they can take it to the celebrity to take their style. And I don't think people want to attach themselves to that, exposing text messages, exposing
No.
voice notes, exposing that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Oh no, no, no. That's a bad deal. Like, there's things I know about people that I'm going to have to take to the grave, because if I want to continue to work and I want to continue to have a career, I
mm,
have to understand that privacy is very important to people who have their whole world being exposed. Like, these celebrities, they're always being watched all the time. So they really have no real personal lives. So if they share something with you personally, that's more valuable to them than money
absolutely. And
to
I,
them.
I, I think that what you're saying is even if what Orman said Jason Lee did is true, the public did not need to know that. He should have took that and be like, okay, I'm gonna show you in my success, in the deals I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm
make.
gonna move
I'm
differently
gonna move
because
differently
the
so
dust is
that
settled, and
yeah.
we, of course, for views, we're gonna watch, we're gonna egg it on, because
Absolutely, because
we are just regular. When you're
it
regular,
got
this ain't
200
your world. You
right.
gotta,
Because it was regular to me.
yeah,
Because that ain't my word. I'm a
yeah,
fan.
that's
I'm like,
regular
oh,
to this. Regular, regular to you. You ain't trying to be a celebrity. You
right,
ain't in Hollywood. You ain't
right.
trying to be
I'm
next
not
up.
Tiffany
You ain't not
had it
trying to be the
right,
next big thing.
and so it got
This
like
ain't nothing but TV.
200,000. It got 200,000 viewership. So people saw that, and some people seen that
Oh, a
video.
lot of people saw it, as well as celebrities have seen it.
Absolutely.
Different celebrities have saw it, and though they may be secretly saying, you know what, Jason deserved it. I'm glad someone got him, but publicly they'll be right with him, like, "Oh my God, that was wrong. Like, I can't believe he would do something like that." That's how fake Hollywood is. That's how fake they are. They'll literally be
Wow.
like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he did that." Like, yeah, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna deal with him. Thank you for letting me know this and that. And secretly they're calling him on the phone, like, "Yeah, thank you, you got him. Yeah, you did that." And that's the messed up part, because he'll probably have people supporting him on the back end, but he don't need them to support him on the back end. He needs those celebrities to support him on the front end, so that
Absolutely.
people can see that he has celebrity allegiance. They don't need him in the shadows, like they like to talk to him a lot of times on the phones and in text messages and Instagrams. Why are you not talking to me on a public forum? Show me that you have allegiance to me, but they don't do that.
They'll
They
leave you.
don't. They play.
They will leave
Yeah.
you out there to drive by yourself, and
Yes, they do.
yeah, and that's what
And
Monique
you
was
doing all
talking.
this route in there.
Yeah,
They will.
they will leave you out there. They will lead you out there to drive, and it's something that you said. And I'm just really, my brain is just working here. I remember when Monique was talking about Hollywood, how they mistreated her, and 50 Cent came out and said, "I'm going to work with Monique." The next day or a couple days after, Lee Daniels, "Oh, I forgive you, Monique. That's what I like.
Exactly.
Whoa, like this woman have been out
Exactly.
here, but it took 50 Cent, and
So
you.
the hell they put her through, speaking her mind and exposing those once again, exposing people, got her blackballed. That's what it
Yes,
did. That's all. And she
absolutely,
was telling the truth.
absolutely,
Exposing got her blackballed. That's
yeah,
all it was.
absolutely,
She said something that really happened, a real life experience happened to her, but she said it about powerful people. And these powerful people have enough connections to where, if you say this about them, what won't you say if I work with you? Are you going to tell my business now? Are you going to expose my business now? And because of all of that, Monique had to literally take such a major loss when all she wanted to do was be heard. That's
absolutely,
it. She just
and
wanted people to hear her experience.
and then once 50 Cent came and said, he said, "I'm going to work with her." Lee
It
Dan,
changed the game. You see,
and then you see Lee Dan.
power, connection.
Well, you're not
See,
lying. You ain't
now
lying
the
about
ball is
that.
rolling.
and
The
then
ball is
and
rolling.
then now you see the
Now
Netflix.
everyone wants to work
Yeah.
with Monique. Now she's becoming popular again because someone as powerful as 50 Cent said, "Well, I'm going to work with her." And you already know she's talented, so anything she touches is going to turn to gold. That's the
Yes.
thing. They could never deny her talent. She's a talented actress. She's a talented comedian. And those are things that were given to her. Those are God given gifts. So they know that they can't deny that. So what they would do is they would just basically not give her an opportunity to showcase her talent. But he was going to give her an opportunity to showcase her talent. And once her talent is being displayed, you can't deny it. You just couldn't
Absolutely.
deny it. Monique is just talented.
Absolutely. Well, I thank you, brother. Whoever you are, make sure you email
You're
me
very
because
welcome. You're
I
welcome.
like that voice of educating me about Hollywood. Because I never visit LA, never been a part of no Hollywood party. Now I've been around people that is in the industry, like when I was taping a reality show, but never to like, okay, Wiley, we going to a Diddy party or we going to Kanye. I never had that experience, and I hope that I'm ready not to get a taste and be hooked on it like crack. So I hope that if I do get an invitation, they don't hook me in. That I'm doing anything to get that way. So I really got to be like, woo, like let me prepare myself because that industry have ate a lot of
That's a
people
big
up.
thing.
Yeah, and yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes.
spew a lot of people out.
Yes, but
So
I will say this about you, though, Wally. You continue to on your route. You like you said, the greatest thing about you is that you don't yearn to be in the spotlight. So you have the potential to make endless amounts of money that will never be really exposed to the public because you don't mind being in the background, working behind the scenes, building these
absolutely,
stars and
yes,
building these
yes.
celebrities. So that puts you in a completely different league. And like I said, I know people who were just on the back end that was worth more than the people who they were, you
Wow.
know, starring, role. So it's amazing how much money you can make as a producer or as a, engineer or anything in the back of the scenes of Hollywood. They make a lot of money.
Yeah, they make a
A
lot.
ridiculous amounts of money.
So I'm glad that I'm going to edit this segment out, and I'm going to play this because like you were schooling me, and hopefully our mind hear this, and of course he hear it because he's watching. And of
Yes,
course
yes. And I'm a fan of him.
he's
Yeah.
having these conversations, I think, within himself, and people, he probably have heard this, and even himself, he probably like, man, I think once the dust settled, I think he probably like, man, I should have did that. I should have did that.
Yeah.
He,
Because it's only because Jason knows that he does not, he's tired, in a sense. He's running the end of his rope. At one
absolutely.
point in time, Jason Lee was
Yeah,
the
he
it
was.
boy.
He
He
was.
would say whatever he wanted, and he would never get, ridiculed for it. He would say problematic things, and he would still thrive. But lately, he's been losing a lot of connections, and they're not as accessible as they used to be. And he's not. His ventures are not as successful as they used to be, like Hollywood Unlock and other ventures that he had. And I think he's realizing he's at the end. So now he's just grasping for any super talented person that he can latch on to and take him back up to the top.
Absolutely. Well, we thank
So
you.
people have to be careful when you're around people like that, because they're not really there to support you. They're more to drain you of your essence
Mm.
and the thing that makes you you.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
brother, for coming on, for schooling us about Hollywood.
You're welcome.
And you all
Sorry, you
call
enjoy the
back
rest of
in
your
because I
evening.
definitely we definitely had to have this conversation again because the ball is in Armon Wiggins' court, man. Let's see what's his next step so we can have
Yeah.
another deconstruction about Armon.
Yes, yes. I want to see that young brother win. I really do. I think he's amazingly talented, and I believe you're talented. There's so much raw talent on YouTube. It's unbelievable. And I think a lot of celebrities are threatened by how these people who have they did not have to take any classes. It's just raw talent.
Yeah, raw talent,
And
yes.
that is a threat to someone who has a degree in
Mm.
Juilliard and studied, to be what comes to some of these people on YouTube naturally. So that should be something to be taken into consideration. You're a threat. You're a threat to a lot of people who are powerful and people who feel as though they're better than you. You're a threat when you're able to get more engagement than them.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much for calling in.
You're welcome.
This
No
was great.
problem.
Bye
Bye.
bye. This was great. We got some more callers in here. We're gonna get to you. I didn't know we was gonna get that deep, but you never know. That caller called in with some facts. 0850 caller, you on the air. I don't know if you was sleeping. 0850.
No, can you hear me, Wiley?
I can hear you. Were you laughing or
Hello?
breathing? Is you say
I'm laughing because my son just fell running up the steps. Right?
oh, okay. That sound like you didn't had a tumble. Is he okay?
He's fine. He's drinking.
Oh, he drank. Oh,
So Wiley,
go ahead.
yeah. So Wiley, I want to know. I don't remember Kanye's voice, and I have a cold. Sorry, I
Okay.
don't remember Kanye's voice being so. Where did he lose his bass? Like,
Kanye is not dumb. He is what do they call that?
no,
They call that something when you talk to white people, you change, you become hello, hi. But like my mom, code switchy. Like he code switch when he's around
yeah.
white folks. And yes, and how he's
Every time I hear
yeah.
every time I hear Kanye, you know what I think of? I think of the movie Undercover Brother and what was that? Billy D. Williams, the general, when he ate the fried chicken.
Yes. Yeah, that's that code switching. like, like he can call and it is so I'm like he code switching.
He sounds horrible. I'm so sick of him. And Kim Zolciak, you remember she used to go to that old psychic lady Rose? I wonder if she told her she was going to lose her house. And the gag is, I heard that she foreclosed on the house and she only owed $300,000 is what I heard.
Wow.
And she probably wouldn't be broke if she's had like 15,000 plastic surgeries. Her and her daughter, they spent all their money on plastic surgery.
Yeah, she
She's
definitely.
just silly.
Because them lips, I mean, like,
Yeah.
what are y'all doing all that plastic surgery?
And then her daughter looks a hot mess. I mean, yeah, they're just full of it. But I want you to go. Kanye looks like he's somewhere in a closet with like a jar of mayonnaise.
Well, he hang around a lot of that because his wife is Kim. So I want you to know, and George Floyd, he didn't really. He was defending all because he talks. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sick of Kanye. When he said slavery was a choice, I kind of understood what he was trying to say. I think he was trying to say we could have rebelled or we could have fought back. I guess, but come on, just
and
stop it.
And people
You're just
did.
getting on my nerves.
And the thing about it, when he said it, people did rebel. It's books out there, and I'm like, bruh. And I'm starting like Roland Martin for a second. Pick up a book and read. We had people rebelling in slavery. Do you think that people just took some? No, people was rebelling, and unfortunately, because you don't see it in Hollywood, and they're banning books out of schools. But it have been so many slave rebellions that's been going on. Like people have resisted.
Because I know I died in the first 5 minutes.
Like this man just pick up a book and he just talk, and I'm like, bro, I remember going to the public library and there was a book, forgot the name of it, and it talk about the history of all the slave rebellions. And this is outside of like everybody know about Nat Turner, but it was other slave rebellions that was going on. That actually said, "Oh no, bro, was fighting back." So I just think that unfortunately, Kanye, they give a voice to a person that don't do his research, and he's hopefully this losing deals will be a teachable moment for him to get the help that he needs, or maybe he wanted to lose the deals. Period. Point blank. Who knows? We shall see. They're going to continue to give Kanye West voices a platform to talk because it's a ratings boom. So people are just going to use him until they can't use him anymore. They're going to give him. They're going to allow him on the news. They're going to allow him on these podcasts because he's Kanye West, and people are going to tune into it. And he's going to continue to talk in that high pitched voice and stuff like that. But it's quite interesting that all of the platforms deleted. I mean, I'm sorry, Jinx Trams, they deleted Kanye West's interview. They deleted it. But none of these white platforms deleted Kanye West. That's interesting.
None of them deleted it.
That's very, very interesting.
Because he looks like a fool. That's why they like making. Because we sit up here and we call him genius, and then the European Americans, they want to, okay, here's your genius. Look how stupid he looks. So he's just making all of us look bad. And it's just ridiculous. So I think he looks bad anyway with them. I still know what you did last summer boots that he wears. He just looks a hot mess. He's just silly.
Thank you so very much for calling in.
All right. Love you, sexual chocolate.
Thank you. Love you too. Bye-bye. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. 9663.
Oh, hi, Wiley.
Hi.
How are you?
All right.
Well, just with two things. With the whole Migos thing off of the Drink Champ, what they were talking on, they were just really, I don't even feel like that was just something they were doing just because they were just doing it for some clout. Yeah. Only because right now they're in their little beef with their Offset and Cardi. So it's just, to me, ridiculous. And it's also ridiculous, Nori, every time somebody Nicki Minaj has had problems with, they come up on the show, he always brings her up in this whole debacle, basically with Jason Lee, how he said when he did bring her up with Jason Lee, and Jason Lee said everything's good on his side, he ain't got no problems. But this dude was just on a rant 3-4 weeks ago when she got her number one, how he brought her up with Remy Ma and all that stuff, how she said, I didn't mean to break some female down, but we found out you pretty much everything you said in your sheets or this was a lie. And then now you're coming with the Migos. Well, you're really just coming with Quavo and Takeoff to bring her up again. Who would y'all choose, Cardi or Nicki? Knowing there's already some drama going behind. Knowing Quavo dissed Nicki when he released his album trying to make a reenactment of when he got her a gift a long time ago. And to me, that's just ridiculous and petty and stupid at the same time. She's not going to mess with y'all. Don't try to get in the cloud off her name. And then with Armon and Jason Lee, to me, what that dude, with you and that man were having that conversation, I was enjoying every bit of it, because I feel like right now the ball is in Armon's court, and he should use it to every advantage he can, because if anything, Jason Lee has been nothing but a narcissistic person since I remember watching him on Love and Hip Hop. And he's never really, he say he contributes to the Black culture and stuff. I've never seen it. I've never seen him do anything for Black culture and stuff. All he's ever done was start mess or talk bad about people and just bring them down.
Because I wonder what happened between him and Melissa Ford. That was a Black woman, and something happened. I heard that she writing a book about him. I don't know how true that is. And so,
Jason has done underhanded stuff throughout the whole industry, and Armon calling him out and getting more people to come and view him. And I don't care for Armon, because Armon is a flip-flopper in my opinion, but I would rather see him advance more than Jason, because at least Armon is entertaining. Armon doesn't go on rants hating on certain female rappers. He might say, I'm not a fan of them, I don't care for them, but that's his opinion on everything. He don't try to favor to every last one of them. If anything, I hope, and I'm not saying it may never happen, but if he ever did get that interview with Nicki Minaj or Cardi B, well, really more Nicki Minaj, I would feel like that would be just a dagger in the back of Jason Lee, since he's been so bent on talking bad on this woman since whenever, just to big up Cardi B, and he literally is saying, Armon saying Cardi doesn't give nothing back to him. So really, hate to say it, it's more like a 50-year-old bully to me with Jason Lee. And he was never the it guy to me, to anything. He was just somebody who was gossipy, noisy, annoying, and just didn't have nothing else to bring to the table, so he'll just start beefs with anybody. But that was all I just wanted to say. Wiley, I hope you have a great night and you do awesome in your life.
Oh, thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
For calling in. And I want to say this, that conversation, I want to have it because I'm getting other perspective, because the dust have settled, and now that was a good dialogue, a good perspective what that person was given. Like, the ball is in Armon Wiggins' court. And let's be clear, Hollywood is fake. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people have the same type of attitude in the spirit, like a Jason Lee, like that narcissistic type of attitude. It is hard to find real, genuine people in Hollywood. That's unfortunate. It is what it is. So I think that now we're going to look at what's going to be the next step for him. Will he get a Nicki Minaj interview? Will he get a Cardi B interview? Will that actually happen? Hell, Lovely T haven't even interviewed Cardi B and all, and they just rush into them parties. And my thing is this, and I've said it, and many people get mad. Don't just invite me to the party. Come into my studio and do an interview. Because Sherry Shepherd wasn't at the party, but I guarantee you Cardi or Nicki or one of them going to be on Sherry Shepherd's show. Jennifer Hudson wasn't at the party, but I guarantee you Jennifer Hudson is going to interview probably Cardi or Nicki Minaj. Is what I'm saying is, don't just get excited just for the party. I want to ask as you come on the show, we do an interview, because Armon said it when the thing with Akbar. He said, I don't want to talk to the publicist. I want you to come on my show. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of bigging people up and they don't come on the show. You know what I'm saying? So, and if I was Armon, I would have took that phone call with the publicist and I would have told him verbatim, said, listen, Akbar, listen, I have a show. I would love to interview. We can talk about it on the air. And I think it would be good for hip hop. Like, take the phone call with the publicist and all of that and have that conversation and say, hey, and then you can come back and say, hey, I put the word out there for her to come on the show. That'll be great. But I would love to see it, because that will take Armon, that will literally take him to the next level, getting one of those female rappers, especially Nicki or Cardi, especially Nicki, because like everybody follow what Nicki does. That will just open the floodgates of female rappers or artists, period, to come on this show, especially if it goes viral and it just do numbers like it did with the whole Jason Lee roasting gag. So we shall see. But I'm glad that brother called in and gave gave his perspective about Hollywood. Thank you, caller. The number is 646-716-8447. I thought she was still on. Okay. 1334. Caller, you're live on air.
Hey, Mr. Wiley, wow, you all right over there?
Doing good.
You know what? I think Armon, with the ball being in his court, all he needs to do is be quiet for a while. You sit back, you let that little shit kind of people, other stories come in and let that go off other people's minds. And then you try to make your move. He needs to rush into nothing. He's popular. People like him. I'm in my 60s. I kind of like him, except when he shake his ass. Now that I can't get to. But, I kind of like his technique. He has something and you see it, And I'm proud to see a young black man try to rise, in the industry they want. I like to see any black person. But for that Kanye West, I'm the one who was telling you the other day about that dirty jacket he had on. I was telling my daughter, she didn't see it. I said, turn back to that Piers Morgan interview and look at that man's dirty clothes. But you told me about that. You said when you was going through your thing, you didn't wash. You didn't care about your looks. So we know what Kanye is going through. And one other thing I got to say. You know what? I noticed, I seen a picture of Kim Kardashian. She white now. She ain't black no more. She got a white face and blonde hair. He done made the woman turn white. He done made the woman turn white, Wally. But I just enjoy listening to your show. You give me such good laughs. So you enjoy your day, okay?
Thank you so very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, wow. Wiley need his flowers. He interviewed that dude who R-word those women, and now he has 50 years in jail. He played it in the movie Superfly. You talking about Kaylin Walker. Put some respect. I didn't kiss Kaylin Walker's butt. And the thing about it, we did a show. We applied that pressure. Kaylin Walker, and we did a better interview than Dr. Umar, all of them. They was drinking that Kaylin Walker juice. And that brother called into this show, we didn't believe nothing he was talking about. Because I felt it, and he now have been sentenced to 50 years in prison. All right? And he just dropped up out of the bushes. Dropped up out of the bushes. We was live. We was doing a show. And he dropped up out of the bushes. And we was ready for him. Right? And that's what's going to happen. You're going to see another celebrity going to call into the Wiley Show. It's going to happen. I don't know the name yet. It's just going to happen. They're just going to call. They're going to get pissed off. They're going to be drunk. They're going to be high and get ready. And I'm going to be ready for them. They're going to call into the Wiley Show. That's what happened. And Kaylin Walker called in, and now he have to be serving for 50 years in prison. He called in. Yes, he did. You don't forget that. That's going on our resume. 6320, caller, you're live on the air. 6320. Hi, you sound like you in the shower.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
I'm sorry. What? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
I just wanted to say Kanye West was right by him being censored and his money being messed with is a sign that what he was saying was right. They don't usually make people that they usually say, oh, it's fake news. Like they censored Trump, they censored Nikki, they censor a lot of people off Twitter and other social media platforms. So usually when you're saying things that are right, they're going to try to silence you. So what he been saying ain't all right, but a lot of it was. And I don't believe that he ever said kill the that. I don't want to say it on your platform, but I don't think he said that. I think they're twisting his words around to fit this narrative that he's, crazy and whatever. But he gonna prevail. This he'll be all right. He wants to bounce back hugely. I believe so. I'm definitely pleased.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in. Okay. Oh man, we got to drop you down. because she at work and stuff like that, trying to call into the Wiley Show. All right, 2851.
Hey Wiley, how you doing?
Welcome. We got people call in from work. I love it. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. I just wanted to say a couple of things about Jason Lee.
Okay.
I think that when it comes to him, when it comes to ending any type of business relationship, he just doesn't know how to do that professionally. Like when his co-host left Hollywood Unlocked, he had bad things to say about him. When Megan wouldn't come on the show, he had bad things to say about her. When he thought he wasn't going to go back to Wild 'N Out, he has stuff to say about that. I just think that when things end in business, he just doesn't know how to handle it professionally. And he absolutely started the situation with Armon because he started speaking about him. But if you notice, when he talked about Armon, he didn't say anything about him professionally. He talked about him on a financial level. Like, I'm better than you this way. I can do this. But he couldn't talk about him as far as his talent and his ability to, do the things that he does on his show. He didn't say anything about that. So he is, of course, now he's going to say, no, I don't want to address it because there's nothing for him to say. Like, all those 200,000 people heard Armon break that story down. A lot of us thought that it was because of what he did with Tiffany Haddish. It didn't have anything to do with that. He had been throwing stuff at Jason all along, and he laid that out. I don't think he needs to apologize. I don't think he needs to be concerned about closed doors or anything. I think that he said what he said, and he should stand on it.
And I hear you, and I think that the public are going to give their ideas. They're going to give their opinions, and of course, what's going to be the next step for Armon with his Hollywood relationships? Is he going to be in Hollywood? Armon posted something on Twitter, then he deleted it. So right in there, Armon, you said put it out it, don't be posting and delete it, but we put it out there, and so now we're going to be looking like what's going to be the next step, for the Armon Wiggins show.
Smart, if he's smart, he'll get himself a publicist so he can have somebody to help him to work out. If he's smart, then he will do that. But I don't think he needs to be worried about it because I think that the people that he spoke to, they see how Jason Lee has been moving. I don't think he lied on him. I think he told the truth because we all know Jason Lee needs to name drop. Think about every time it's something going on with Cardi, he would always say she's going to come on Hollywood Unlocked and we're going to talk about it. It never happened. Every single time it's a scandal. Every single, I got this. I called Cardi and she told me she's going to, it never, ever happened. But I'm not on a lot of the other platforms, so I don't hear it. But I do know that Cardi did come onto Armon's live and speak to him directly and make it clear, I'm only talking to you. She did play his song to Tasha K. I think that was perfect timing. I think that was if everybody was nobody played your song to Armon, but then as soon as Tasha K popped her head up, is anybody talking to me? Cardi was nobody's talking to me, but you can deposit your check. That was huge for Armon. So I don't think he has anything to worry about. I think that he probably has a better relationship with Cardi than Jason does because I think that she probably respects Armon more than she respects Jason. Think about that audio that he played. He was no, don't say anything because my relationship is shaky. It's that. I don't think he has anything to worry about. I think he's going to be just fine.
I heard that right in there and giving your thoughts about this whole entire situation. Thank you so very much for that.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good night, Wiley.
You too. You have a wonderful night. Thank you so very much. Okay. Bye-bye. We got one more call in queue. 2494. Caller, you live on air.
Hey, Wiley. How you doing?
Doing well.
I just want to, first off, I'm going to disagree with a couple of your callers because she made an error when she said when Cardi B came on Armon's live. Cardi B never went on Armon's show. She posted a video of him singing his song, his song. She never went on a live. She never went on a live. She never talked to him while he was on a live.
She went, and what people are referring to, she went in his room on Twitter. Because Twitter have Twitter Space. And so Cardi B came on Twitter Space and we're talking with Armon Wiggins. So that's what people are referring to with Cardi B. And that's how he got the recording of I'm only talking to Armon. And so that's how he got that, because Cardi B went on his Twitter Space, because Twitter Space is like a clubhouse.
Yeah, that's different though than his actual show.
Absolutely. Yes, I agree. I give you that.
And so my question to Armon would be is, you know, it's almost like she threw him a bone or something. You know, that's not satisfactory. She know this man has a show, but you know, I'm not gonna harp on that because, you know, I don't care either way. But, you know, we just want to be factual about what happened. She didn't go on his show. And I don't think her going on Spaces means anything. Yes, he had a recording of her, but that would make me even think more. I don't know. I would feel a certain kind of way about her because I would be like, why would you go on my Twitter Spaces, but you won't come on my actual show?
That's a point. I agree. Right. I'm like, come on the show and let's see you, because they live in California, I believe. I think she got a place in California, so he's there and he got the equipment and he lived downtown, so he's not in the hood. So I agree with you.
Right, and so it makes Armon kind of look really desperate, like he's willing to take anything. Also, Armon is never gonna be more important to Jason than Jason Lee to Cardi B. And Armon needs to be very careful what he does, because Jason Lee recently, I think someone else, you know, alluded to this fact, he broke the relationship to bridge the gap between Madonna and Cardi B, because Jason has history, like you stated before, in Hollywood. He has connections that Armon do not have. So Jason has more pull in Hollywood, and when Cardi B gets into these spats like she traditionally does, Jason can be the person that reaches out and bridges the gap, like he did with her and Madonna. So Armon is always going to be on the back burner regarding Cardi B, and eventually, I believe that she's going to cut Armon off. Really and truly, I believe Armon is being used. He was being used by Cardi B. He is being used by Jason. These two people are one and the same people. They are one and the same. And she's using Armon just like Jason was using him. And Armon is crazy if he doesn't see that. Maybe he wants something out of it, but you're not getting anything out of it, Armon. You need to really reassess the relationship that you have, because these two people were getting something from the relationship and you were really getting nothing. Because what is that picture of Kanye West worth now? Of you and Kanye West. What is that worth now? It's worth nothing. Everybody's dropping Kanye West. And I'm gonna get on Kanye in a minute. But Armon, a piece of advice that I would give Armon, one of your callers said he should get a publicist. I don't think he needs a publicist. I think he needs an agent. He needs, and that would involve him spending money. But I mean, it takes money to make money. If Armon, I do believe he still has a window where he can capitalize off of his relationship with Cardi B and Jason. You know, I think he's still in that little space where he can do that. But in order for him to do that, he needs to get him an agent. So an agent can go out there and actively find jobs for him. This would be his best move right now, an agent, not a publicist. Armon can speak for himself, but he needs somebody to go out there and try to get jobs for him and advocate. If a job comes up, that's what your agent is for. Oh, I got this guy, Armon Wiggins. You know, I think you should get him. He needs to get him an agent. That's a bit of advice for him. As for Kanye West, I do not believe Kanye West is crazy at all. He may be bipolar, but just because you are bipolar, that does not mean you are crazy. Kanye West is who he's always been. Whenever Kanye had some type of project that was coming out, he would always pull some kind of stunt. I mean, this is what he's done from the very beginning when he said that when he said George Bush don't like black people, and then when he did the Taylor Swift thing, at the awards. So this is who he is. This is what he does. And the reason that he does this, it's all about money. It has been from the beginning, and it still is now. He made one fatal error. He took it too far this time. And he was in so deep that I think, it was hard for him to go back. And so he just kept going forward rather than backing up. And now he's really ruined it for himself. I called on your show before, and when we were having a conversation, I don't remember the whole topic, but I brought up about, you were saying that Nicki Minaj needs to go out here and go on these interviews and give her side of the story, talk about the Grammys and stuff like that. And I was telling you then, she can't do that because these Jews run everything. They run the entertainment industry. They run the news. They run everything. They have all the money. And Kanye West keeps saying they make me look crazy. No, Kanye, they don't make you look crazy. You make yourself look crazy. Because just like you told black people that slavery was a choice, you made the choice to go on these shows that you say do not care about you. They do not care about black people. And then you say they take little snippets and put it out and don't give you the context. I will agree that they do that sometimes. But you chose to put yourself in a position for them to do you like that. If he did not put himself in that position, they wouldn't be able to do that to him. So that was his choice. He said slavery was a choice. That's his choice. As for the fashion industry and these banks that and Adidas and Balenciaga that he say is stealing from him, they don't want him to have ownership. Kanye West is a walking contradiction. Now, he says Adidas is stealing from him. They don't want him to have ownership. But yet he stole from a young designer. He stole from this young designer and took this guy's ideas and the actual property, because what he did was he asked the guy to bring him some sunglasses and some hats. And the guy did that. And Kanye West passed that off as if that was his stuff. And then he started reproducing it. And then he didn't even put the logo name on it. He stole this as if it was his design himself, which is the same thing he did, that he said Adidas did to him. He said the people in the fashion industry won't let him in. Okay. I remember not so long ago, once he got his foot in the door, Nicki Minaj went to him and told him she wanted to do a deal with him. And what did he tell Nicki Minaj? No. He told her, no, I can't do this. So she went to him, she said, because she heard his interview and he was saying how, the white designers didn't want to get his foot in the door. But then here she is, a black woman, that once he did get his foot in the door, she was coming to him to help her get her foot in the door, and he turned her away. Everything that he's saying that these people are doing to him, he has done to his own people. All of these White Lives Matter t-shirts or whatever, it's disrespectful for Kanye West to do a White Lives Matter t-shirt, because he knows Black Lives Matter is only a slogan because black people were out here actively losing their lives. Police are killing them. Police are not out here killing white people. When people say Black Lives Matter, they don't mean that white lives don't matter or any other lives matter. All we're saying is that we are the ones that they're out here killing. It's not to diminish anyone else's life. And Kanye knows this. But what Kanye did, he used black people's trauma to try to make money off of it. And to show you that what I'm saying is 100% accurate, when he was going back and forth with Puffy in the text messages, if you read one of the text messages, he tells Puffy in the text message that I'm just out here trying to sell my t-shirts. And he said, I'm not going to let anybody stand in the way of me making my money. That was one of the text messages that he sent to Puffy. He told us right then that all he did was care about money. It was all about money. So I don't care anything about what Kanye West loses, because he doesn't care about black people. Kanye West at the end of the day is a rich man. He can go and live his life and don't want for anything. While other black people are out here being killed in the street and trying to make their ends meet. And then he's using our black trauma to make money off of. That's not okay. That's worse than a white supremacist, if you ask me, a black person doing it. Because Kanye West knows that if you go against your own people in the white community, it is very lucrative.
All right. Well, we thank you for calling in and giving us that assistance about Kanye West. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. Now, the views and opinion of that caller do not represent the views and opinion of the Wiley Show. I want to make that perfectly clear, because she was saying something. I don't know. I've never heard Nicki reach out to Kanye for a deal. He said no. I don't know. I'm a bad my own business. Oh, I'm a bad my own business. Oh, that. Okay. Oh man, well, we thank y'all so very much for tuning into the Wiley Show. Again, my birthday is right around the corner. I still haven't done my wish list, but we're definitely going to do that once I can settle down and do it. My birthday is November 11th. I will be 32 years old. We asked $1 per year, $32 per subscriber if y'all want to contribute or whatever you can give for my birthday. I'm putting the request in. Our P.O. Box is P.O. Box 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. Again, that's P.O. Box 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. If you want to contribute to our Cash App, you can do it $ Marquise Wiley 28. It is free to do. So you could, you could just send us a Cash App if you want to. Also, too, I meant to say is like the button is free to do. Cash App, whatever you get. But make sure you all like the video. Also, too, you can follow us on Twitter at Wiley Show. Thank y'all so very much for y'all support, for coming on the show, and for giving y'all support. My birthday is on November 11th. I'll be 32 years old. So what we're going to do, we're going to do our celebration that night, and then we might go live earlier that day on the 11th, because I have something to do that day. But we definitely will be on YouTube on that day. Also, too, if you want to be notified when I go live, you can text Wiley to 888-534-4939 to be notified. Just text Wiley to 888-534-4939. It is free to do. Thank y'all so very much for tuning into the show, and definitely for giving y'all opinion and support. I greatly appreciate that. So my birthday is November 11th. So we wear a size 3XL shirt, and I'm going to get fitted tomorrow. Not tomorrow, because I'm going to get fitted maybe on Thursday or Friday for some pants. So we're definitely doing that. But we greatly appreciate y'all love, for y'all support. Definitely will be going. We'll definitely be doing that. We're not going to do a station head. We may do a station head. Yeah, we may do an after show on station head. Yes, we may do an after show station head. But we have invited publicly Sherelle's World, and publicly we invited Mr. Perry on our show, and hopefully one day we can definitely have a conversation with them on our show. We're open to having them on the show. So if they're in the bushes, if they're on a full account, as they say, we would love for you all to call in. One of these days, I would love to have Mr. Perry, who is a real estate person, and we would love to have a person, a celebrity gossip blog, Sherelle's World, on our show. I don't know if anybody's on a foo account. You want to, ain't nothing wrong with that. You can just watch our show for that, but you're definitely there. I have been a fan of Kanye. And so yeah, we are publicly inviting them on the show. They are more than welcome. Love Sherelle's World and Mr. Perry. Is more than welcome to be on the show. I would love to have them on the show. I'm definitely love for him to be on the show. So if they're definitely listening, we would love to interview them and definitely would bring them on. I would love to have them on the show. So if they're definitely there, they're saying they in the chat. That's what somebody said. They in the chat. Is they in the chat? We more than welcome. They can come through. Is they in the chat? Wait, I'll drop a link. Let me drop a link. I heard they said they was in the chat. Is they in the chat? Okay, is they in the chat? We would love okay. We're definitely is in the chat. They're more than welcome to come on the show. Is they in the chat? Okay, I'm gonna definitely put the wish list up. I'm gonna definitely have to work on it and definitely put it in there. All right. Let me. Okay, 5598.
Of course, they're in the chat. She's using her Wigs account. Her Wigs account is Elite Leo. I think that. You know.
Wait a minute.
So old, honey. It got to have its own account.
Is they on the Foo account?
Yeah, they on a Foo.
Oh man.
They chastising K in the chat, but man, tell her bring up Wig on up here. We would like to hear
Wait a minute. Oh man, don't tell me that. Oh man. Thank y'all so very much for tuning into the Wiley Show. We will see you on the next episode. Make sure y'all subscribe, y'all. We're close to 30,000 subscribers. I want to reach that goal by our birthday or somewhere. I want to reach that goal, so that could be possible by y'all subscribing to the show. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. Y'all get good entertainment news over there. All right, y'all. I'm going to see y'all in the next episode. Peace. I'm going to do an after show on Station Head, so make sure y'all follow us over there on Station Head. Just follow us on Station Head. Just type in The Wiley Show, WILEYSHOW. Download the app. Station is on Android, is on Apple. You can definitely download the app and be doing after show on Station Head. Peace.